Welcome back to what Arty Noobs for Channel Disturbance. This is a Bat Châtillon 15555. It's the tier 8, or is it tier 9? No, it's tier 9 French SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Malinovka and it's under the command of SlyMeerkat. Now he's got the skill for LTU colours on the side, well, the markings rather. Hasn't got the colours because I think this is our colour scheme from our skin, and well, he hasn't entered into the battle yet, but we can see his reload time is 24.61 seconds for this 155mm gun, which is capable of doing 750 alpha, penetrating 48mm of armour, and it's got a burst radius of 8 meters. His first target's coming to sight, T100 LT, trying to use the spotting bush, and he took that round. Now he's moving away to a firing position. Now this Arty uses the hull of an M47, or rather components of an M47 I should say, and it was built in or designed in 1955. They did build a prototype but it never got put into production, and neither did the sister Arty, the Bat Châtillon 15558, which was designed 3 years later and also didn't get put into production. Okay, the good thing about these little Artys is they are quite fast, and of course the turret will turn the whole way round, but that also means that it takes some time for the turret to turn, and it's sometimes better to actually position the vehicle in such a way as you can actually bring the turret to bear on the enemy, but you can also position the vehicle in such a way as to make a quick getaway if you know the enemy is coming from a particular direction. He's trying to get his aim dialed in on that T10, who's dashing for the bushes. Fires the round in and near miss for 251. That enemy Arty got spotted and he's been hit. And we've lost sight of him amongst the trees. So an interesting start to the battle. I think that T100 LT is probably still in those bushes actually, more than anything. There's also a T54 lightweight round there somewhere. Standard B, hiding behind a tree. Not going to help you, sunshine. But that shell fell short, so that really did help him. Now he's changing position just slightly. That's the good thing about this vehicle, is you don't have to move very far to avoid counter battery. You can just hit the W key or the S key, just move a slight distance and you're set up ready to go for the next shot. Rounds out the Leopard, lands near him for 210, and that should be enough. Okay, now aiming towards the south, the T54 lightweight's appeared and he's trying to sneak around that corner on the southwest corner of the map. We've got a UDES 1516 blocking his approach, but Sly's going to try a round to see if that works. Normally what happens is you hit the water in the cases like this, but he fires a round in and the T54 takes 222 hit points of damage from splash. Yeah, the T54 lightweight doesn't like that, but the problem he's got really is he can't really pull away. And now we've got a real problem, because that's the 705A, which is very good at side scraping corners, and that means the UDES is going to take considerable damage unless he pulls back. Yeah, I think he's decided to pull back, and Sly fires around in. Unfortunately, it goes long, hits the water, and that means that UDES is probably going to die. He's got two tanks attacking him and he's gone. Yeah, those tanks are bad news. If you ever see a 705A coming towards you on a side scraping corner, try and relocate before he arrives or do something about him. Rounds out the standard B. Long flight time for the shell, but he actually got 285 from splash. It's not quite the entire distance of the map, but it's actually pretty good. And they've got the top of the hill, so he could actually relocate right to the top of the hill, but that would extend his range of flight. Okay, he's now relocated. It looks like the 705 is pushing on our cap area. He's just bringing the turret round. Unfortunately, the turret repositioned itself Yeah, he's turning the vehicle. That's the quick way to turn your gun to marry on the target. T-54 lightweight going after our Bat Chat. 155-58. He gets a hit. 233 stuns him. Unfortunately, it stunned our teammate as well. But the T-54 goes down, taken out by the Centurion 7-1. He's gone down to provide a bit of cover for our guys. Plus, I think some of the members of the team have suddenly realised, oops, the enemy seems to be very close to our cap. Lining up the standard B. Rounds out. Good hits! That's a penetrating shot. 762. Very good shot there. All makes a difference. He's up to just under 2k of damage. He's decided to come down from the top of the hill, but he's still on the other side of the ridgeline. The 705A has decided to hide in that building, which is not a very smart move actually, because it does sort of like restrict your ability to move and makes it very difficult for you to side scrape and take shots at our guys. He's trying to do it for protection, but all it's going to do is end up with him taking rounds like that for 185, which will whittle away his health bit by bit. He's stunned, he's taking fire. Okay, we're repositioning. Notice how quick this thing is. It's one of the quickest Artys in the game, not the quickest. That's the FB304, the Burt. By far the fastest Arty. 72 kilometers an hour, that thing. Like a pocket rocket. But the Bat Chats are pretty good. I believe last time I clocked it was something like 65 kilometers an hour. I'll have to check that later. Okay, 50 TP, Center Rock. Not a great place to be again, because all it means is that we know where you are. We can put an Arty round onto your address. If he can get the solution right, that looks okay. That'll do some splash damage. One of his teammates fired one in. I think Sly could go a long further south now and put rounds in. .50 TP still there, but he is stunned. Oh, he's come out from behind the rock, which is probably a bad move, and he's headed for the water, which almost makes me think that he's possibly going to drown himself, but that's a direct hit. 303, non-penetrator, but it does do a lot of damage. Now, we do have a very large number of replays from SlyMeerkat that have accumulated over the years and haven't actually got done, so we will be getting round to doing those very shortly, which I think Sly will be very pleased to know, because I'm pretty sure he wants to see some of those old replays. Now, that one went long, unfortunately, behind him, and yeah, the problem there was the range. It was firing over a very, very long range. Well, the Object 430 is about to meet our E100, and of course that he's retreating from that. Yeah, he doesn't like the E100. The E100 just took an Arty round, and looks like our Arty are focusing on the 430. Line him up, dial in, another 2 seconds, 3, he fired before he was fully dialed in, but he did get a hit. 286, mind the water, don't want to go swimming. Yeah, the other Artys are firing long. Shells landing outside the edge of the map. Lining up a shot, rounds out straight away, not even to dial in, but he got a hit again, 290. There's only 5 enemies remaining now. Centurion 7-1. Unfortunately, he's just over a ridgeline, which makes it difficult to hit him, but he's popped into a place where we probably can land a shell. Trying to get a solution. What you've got to do is try and tease the line over the target until you get a red line that extends from the target, so it's green right up until the target, and there you got it just there. But unfortunately, the shell went shallow and landed short. Well, the Centurion 7-1 was killed by the standard B. That means there's only 4 enemies remaining. And now it's only 3 because they just took out the 212A on the enemy team. They've got a 277, an FV4005, the Heshbon, who's got 4 kills, that guy. So obviously he's very, very good at what he does, but unfortunately now he's going to be a bit outnumbered. And there he is. And well, he can only take out one at a time. And that shell landed long. He did get stunned. And he has been killed by the standard B. Which means there's only 2 left on the enemy team. The 277 just killed our E100, but he's been found. And everyone's now focusing on him. He rammed our standard B for 525. We fired a round in. 277. The other Arty fired in as well, so we picked up some assist. The 277 is a one shot and he's gone. Which means the last remaining enemy is a T92 HMC. Let's hope he makes a fight of it. It's the best thing to do. Always go down swinging. Never give up. Never drown yourself. Fight to the end like a man. Or a woman, for that matter. And the shells rain in. And it's actually the Bat Chat 155-58 who gets the kill. So, pretty good result there, because I think he managed to get 3,304 hit points of damage. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's an ace tanker for SlyMeerkat in the Bat Châtillon 155-55. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12. A Gore's medal for doing more damage than 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. I know it says 10 there, but it says 8 in the wiki. And it's a Confederate medal as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. And just look at the sheer number of targets that he did hit. I don't think there's many enemy that he didn't touch during that game. I think he probably touched them all. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, surprisingly, he didn't get the highest damage in that game. That went to that FV4005 Stage 2, the Heshbon. He managed to get 4,804 hit points of damage out of that game. And, well, Sly got 3,607 hit points. So he was close behind. It wasn't too far. It was, well, 1,200 out. But anyway, who's counting? I am. Yes, but it was a very good display all the same. When it came to kills, the standard B on our team managed to get 4, so did the Heshbon on the enemy team. Next highest scorer was the Panhard EBR 105 with 3, and when it came to base XP, it was Sly actually. He got 1,171. The Prototypo standard B got 1,112, and the next high score after that was the EBR 105 with 948. Sly fired 19 rounds in that game, got 7 direct hits and 1 penetration, 16 splash. Damage of 3,607 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 9 of the enemy, didn't get any kills though, but he did get 3,386 hit points of stun assist of 15 stuns, and that's why his base XP was so high. On a premium count, he earned 41,198 credits, and after ammunition resupply, took away 40,517 credits. He received 1,171 XP times 4 for the first victory, took away 7,028 altogether. So he's aced the Bat Chat 155-55. It's quite an enjoyable arty once you get the hang of it. It can actually be better with the standard gun rather than the stock gun rather than the top gun. I know a lot of people say, oh well, I want the top gun to have the better accuracy and more damage, but no, I think actually it's the reload time that really makes a difference in the end. Well, who cares? It's Arty players do. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.